Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Going to read through this article, about half the article. There's a link in the description should you prefer. Um, Thankfully, this isn't a tragic story. So as you may see from the headline, a New York cop has been shot in the head, but I'm going to say miraculously, they've survived. So let's have a look. NYPD, New York Police Department cop is shot in the head while sleeping in his car between shifts at a police parking lot. So let's have a look. An off-duty NYPD police officer was shot in the head while he was taking a nap in his car between shifts in East Harlem on Saturday morning. The officer, who has only been identified by the name Keith, was finishing a late shift in the area when he decided to take a nap in the police parking lot outside the 25th precinct to rest before his next shift in the early morning. He then woke up at around 6:15 a.m. when he noticed the window of his vehicle was shattered and blood dripping profusely from his head. A sergeant from the precinct assisted the officer to the New York Presbyterian Hospital, where he was treated for his injuries. The wounded officer had the bullet fragments removed from his head and was found to have suffered a fractured skull. Thankfully, he is expected to make a full recovery. This incident comes on New York Mayor Eric Adams' first day in office after he succeeded Bill de Blasio early on Saturday morning. Adams spoke about the incident outside of the hospital as he is determined to end gun violence on the streets of New York City during his term. Here's a quote from the new mayor, Eric Adams. "We must not only find a gun, but we must also find the person who discharged the weapon, and we must find those who believe they will destroy our city with gun and gang violence. That is not going to happen. We are extremely grateful that our officer is recovering, as we know this could have been a very tragic outcome." So that's really as much of the article that I wish to go through. It is shocking that someone so brazenly shot a police officer in the police parking lot, shot him in the head. Miraculous that he survived. And we wish him a speedy recovery, which is expected. He's expected to make a full recovery. So let's pray, hope, wish that that does in fact happen. And, let's hope that the new mayor, Eric Adams, is able to do something to combat the violent crime, which isn't only gun related. There's all kinds of violent crime happening in New York, I believe. And maybe the $10,000 reward, which is being offered to anyone with more information in regards to this incident, maybe that's going to help. Who knows what the solution is? I don't think defunding the police is the best idea, but I think giving the police as much resources, or reasonably speaking, as is possible is a good thing. I'm wondering why there isn't adequate security within the police parking lot. CCTV, is that no longer effective nowadays? I mean, you even have, I'll say this, you may disagree with it, you have drones, you have security drones, you can have little, drones flying around in the air with video cameras or such, just patrolling these areas. Okay, sure, that might sound a little Orwellian. That might sound a little bit dystopian future, like a dystopian future. But if it's effective, if we have this technology, if we have these tools, if it is going to reduce crime without causing too much of an infringement of people's personal civil rights, then I personally edge towards that. As being a viable solution, personally. But either way, what a terrible situation. Thankfully, the police officer has survived. Thankfully, they're due to make a full recovery. Let's hope the new mayor is able to take some steps to reducing violent crime within New York.